Hey, what's going on, world? This be your boy Eddie Cool, aka the HOC, and this is another episode of your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. As always, if you like what we got going on here, do us a favor, rate, review, subscribe. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple iTunes, checking us out on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, just do us a favor, spread the love, show us some support so we can keep bringing the heat each and every week. Also, if you want to keep up with us on the social media side of things, click that link tree link in the description box or the chat box to keep up with everything there is in the Sports Bros podcast. All right. As I said before, I'm Eddie Cool. And of course, I have two of the best co-hosts in the world because I tried to do this by myself. Like O'Neal Cruz was swinging at everything in the home run derby last night, but it's not as fun because I probably can't hit a ball no further from here to my car. But I digress. Introducing first, man of the ship, coming to you live from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He is the Almighty B Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Fellas, I I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Because see what had happened was right now I should be in Atlanta shooting live from Truist Field,
Mm.
but because money it
It's not my fault.
is, man. Standing room only tickets for just for the home run derby, $325.
God, oh.
Standing room only tickets for the All-Star game, $300.
Mm.
Guess where I'm going to be standing, aka sitting, is right here at my house.
Casa de B Live.
For free, 99. All right, but yeah, the plans were there, the hotel was booked and all the things, but yeah, it's all right. I'm trust me, we gonna get to more of these live major events as time progresses. I guarantee it. We are sticking with this Sports Bros podcast thing. I'm telling you. Stamp it down. FIFA World Cup 2026. Your boy is gonna be somewhere live. Scotty D, fix your face. Go ahead and introduce that laughing,
Oh my
cackling,
god! Of all the
hee
big events, you come with
hee.
FIFA?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I go any further, B Live. I see what you got on. Guess what I got on too? Yeah, buddy. We didn't plan this. We didn't plan this. I just looked and I was like, oh,
The
oh.
dog days of summer, man. I cannot wait to spot the ball.
Yeah.
Get us to the end of August, beginning of September. Lord, football. But yeah, get that cackling hyena, that hee hee ha ha, and dude
FIFA,
over there.
one of
Yes.
the big events.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't somebody win a cup the other day?
Yeah.
Mexico. That was 2 weeks ago.
No,
another cup.
no.
There's another cup.
Another one. See, Scott, I can't keep up.
Bunch of cups.
The FIFA
A bunch of
Club,
cups.
the FIFA Club World Cup, which is club teams from all over the world, like including Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, or how did it, Serie A,
Serie A.
and
Nobody cares about all that. It's just one team won 4-0 in the final. Somebody got shut out again.
It was 3-0. Chelsea won, and Donald Trump don't know when to leave the stage. All right, introduce the other guy.
It was 4. I saw 4-0 game somewhere in there.
It could have been. You know what? It don't matter. Chelsea fans think they run the world now. I know one personally.
Crazy Chelsea fans, I tell you.
Yeah.
What a fan base that is today.
I know two girls named Chelsea. One cool and the other one is cool. And he is the other guy, the pride of Washington, Pennsylvania. He is the one, the only, the money man, Scotty D.
I love it when you call me Big Dumper. Wave your hands in the air like you're a true player.
Wait a minute. What's going on?
The Big Dumper.
That's his nickname.
That's the winner of the home run derby, the Big Dumper.
Cal Raleigh, that's his nickname.
Was this in reference to Pat McAfee introducing him for having the the most sizable Pascal or Riley have the most sizable posterior in all of sports? Is this what it is?
I forget what the reason is, but I mean, that was. I went to Taco Bell one day last week. That could have been my nickname the day after that.
Ah,
I love it when you call me Big Dumper. Throw your hands in the air like you're a true player. Yeah, you know what? Let's get right into that. Cause I got some, I got one on. What in the Big Dumper and Rooker. By the way, this is top of the order. Uh, I just introduced it.
no, it ain't. No, it ain't. Before you go any further, oh my God. All right, before we go any further, talk about anything else home run or baseball related, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The top of the order before my co-host tries to kill me.
All right, let's get this thing of the order.
Oh, all right, we're back here at the SportsBros podcast. I'm alive because Scott D tried to take me all the way out. Scott, I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready to go yet. So, fellas, let's go ahead and hop right into it, shall we? Let's go ahead and talk about, it's All-Star Weekend, man, down in Atlanta, Georgia, because Atlanta, Georgia had a whole lot of stuff going on between WWE being in town all weekend, Major League Baseball being in town all weekend. Beyonce, I think she just left Atlanta about an hour and a half ago. Atlanta was hot Atlanta for
Oh
once
yeah.
and forever. And with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this here home run derby, fellas. The big dumper, as Scotty D alluded to earlier, he won the home run derby. All right. So let's chit chat a little bit about the home run derby. I was kind of in and out because I was kind of, just a little under the weather, but I'm good now. But other than that, I'm hanging in there like wet close. So yep.
Yeah.
So Cal Riley of the Seattle Mariners, he is the first catcher in Major League Baseball history to win the derby. He feats Junior Caminero 18-15 in the final. So let's talk a little bit about that. Scotty D, you go first.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
But there are so many flaws about this home run derby.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to get in. He tied with Rooker from the A's. Only they determined that he hit a ball 470.53 feet. Rooker did, and Raleigh went 470.61. Get out of here with that. There is no way you're really. Come on, that ball hits into a seat and rattles around or hits a person's hand. No way, dude. You're not measuring that accurately. Put those guys into a 5-pitch playoff or something. You can't tell me in a home run derby hitting a ball over 470 feet at a couple of inches into a mass of humanity, you're going to be able to determine exactly how far that. Get out of here with that. No way. I'm not buying that whatsoever. That was garbage. They should have had him. Rooker got eliminated. That was nuts. That eliminated him. Especially they first acknowledged they both hit at 471. Then they know, let's go back and measure it. They went back and measured it. Come on, man. Get out of here with that.
What?
I am not buying that. And second of all, what is the deal that they take the top 4? Rooker, you're out because you missed by an inch. You hit your ball 1 inch less than the big dumper did. The top 4 go in. Then they go head to head. Head to head? Why would you not take the top 2 out of the next 4? What is head to head? You're not like literally physically competing with it. You're all doing the same thing. You're all hitting balls over the wall. And the first 2, Caminero, and I don't even remember who he beat. He beat him 8-7. And then O'Neal Cruz hits, was it 14? He's out. He has the second highest total, but he's out because the other 2 guys going ahead. So it's like fantasy football, really. Where you
just face the person you just happen to be facing. You can score more points than the rest of the league, but just because the one person you face,
right?
I'm sorry. You
that's
struck
right.
a nerve.
You're right. That's fantasy football rules.
Right.
So O'Neal Cruz got eliminated last night because of home run derby, Major League Baseball, the home run derby, like fantasy football. Come on, man. I mean, other than that, I like the structure of it, the couple minutes, the one time out. I thought it was actually really entertaining competition. I was very invested in it. And then if you hit one 425, you get an extra out. And I like that the 3 outs and the bonus out thing because it's untimed. So you actually are in a position where you could knock off 10 in a row with 2 outs and come back and win this thing. Cruz actually had that opportunity last night. He needed 6, and I think he got 2. But whatever. I mean, I like that aspect though. I don't get the head to head.
Yeah.
Why would you not just take the top 2 out of the next 4 in the second round? I don't know. Well, other than that, Cal Raleigh, big dumper, he wins and whatever. He's a good story, so whatever.
Caminero had the opportunity to rest because it was head to head in the semis, and he hit 8, and he still had like a minute and a half to go, and he's like, "Well, I don't need to hit anymore." Like,
right, and so he may have hit more than Cruz, but why not play it out? Make him go against the other 2 guys, not just the one guy who had a bad second round. I mean, I don't know. That's lame. That aspect was lame. Everything else I liked, and even the possible robbery of a home run be live.
Yo,
talk about that because I saw the video and I was like, oh, what happened?
I saw it. Scotty, I don't know if you did, but I saw it in real time.
Yeah.
I was like, literally, dude hits the ball. You can't really tell until they like replay it. But they called it a home run. I think they called it a home run initially. I didn't have the game sound, but literally, kid out.
No, they didn't, and they said the one umpire said it should have been, but I don't think they ever They never awarded it to him. He never got.
Well, according to ESPN's posts, like on social media on Facebook, they said they awarded him the home run. It ended up not mattering.
Yeah.
But ESPN says that they awarded him the home run. But literally, the kid goes up, he goes to grab the ball, and Scotty D says the momentum took his glove above. I think it was a bang bang play, but at the end of the day,
yeah, it wasn't going.
It was very close.
It was very close.
It was very close, and like
I gotta tell them kids not to catch those.
You're right. Yeah. He would the heat of the moment. They're out there just having the time of their lives, being able to be on the field. But man, it really that was. I mean, Twitter X exploded. Like that's all the talk was about. It was like, oh man, the kid just robbed them of a home run, but it ended up rewarding. But it was all in all, it was a great topic to talk about. It added to the nuance of the home run derby. And overall, it was I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sky D, I agree with you 1,000% that it should be the top 8, move to the top 4, top 4 move to the top 2, and then you go head to head. That's the best way to gauge it out, and have the 2 best home run hitters, like as opposed to 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3 for no reason whatsoever. But
how about the Rockets? My boy O'Neal Cruz was hitting from the Pirates.
513 feet, and I mean, just Because I remember when I went to Truist Park a couple years back, whatnot, and where I'd be standing, he would have hit it above my head.
Wow!
In the standing room area, it would have been above my head, out of the park. It
was blasted.
Rush. He was hitting missiles, moonshots. But hey,
all the pitchers sit there and think, writing down notes. No fastballs, nothing on the inside part of the plate. Boom. Blowing away curveballs, blowing away sliders for this guy.
Because he's going to kill it. He's going to destroy it. He is definitely going to destroy it. All right, folks, with that being said, we got the All-Star game being played later on tonight. Everybody thinks like MLB All-Star is kind of weird because it's not the weekend and all this other stuff. Baseball's like, look, we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then it's back to business. Back to business. So who do we think might have a chance to be the MVP in tonight All-Star game?
This is just like pulling a name out of the hat.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But I always like to lean towards the up-and-comings, the newcomers, first-timers that basically, this is the first time they're here. They're like, oh, man, they get excited and then something happens. So I'm going to throw out there my man Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs.
I was going to say the same thing, too.
I just feel like he is a name that sort of come out from nowhere unless you're like deep into the clubs on the Cubs farm system, whatever. But now he has arrived, and he has arrived in in numbers and he's been phenomenal part of the Cubs resurgence this year. And now he's on the grand stage of the All-Star game. I think he could definitely show us something and be the MVP of this All-Star game. Yes, sir.
I'm going to say
Yep.
Manny Machado runs into one, hits a home run, and the National League win 2-1. And it's good Machado.
2-1, and that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna roll Pete Crow Armstrong to be live because, like you say, coming into the break, he's got 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases. At a moment's notice, he is known to either get a good swing of the bat or to make a highlight reel catch because that's a man known as PCA, aka Pete Crow Armstrong.
What about
right?
The Miz? The Miz is in the All-Star game. Have you saw this story, The Miz?
I thought George Kittle kicked him in the mouth this past weekend.
Definitely kicked him in the mouth. I saw that one.
Jacob Mizorowski.
Oh, you talking about that Miz? Okay.
He's pitched in 5 games, and he is an All-Star. He's named to the All-Star team.
What is he, a reliever or something, or closer, or what?
He's a starter, but he's only been in the league for 5 games. Meantime, the Phillies have a rotation full of guys sitting at home with the ERAs under 2.5, and they're not happy. Philly very, very much got shunned in this All-Star game. Going to make them really mad for a second half push.
I guess it was like, well, we don't want him coming to Atlanta, so you just stay up there, Philadelphia. Yeah. The shade. Oh, the shade.
Eddie, cool. I'm gonna do a quick solid with you real quick because we're talking baseball. I'm gonna mess with the order real quick because I know we got a couple other topics. Let's stick with baseball because speaking of people not being happy, Scotty D, tell us a little bit more about what's going on, the rumblings behind the scenes of Major League Baseball and the collective bargaining agreement or whatnot.
Well,
it's some CBA talk. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's just early rumblings, but I haven't gotten too in depth on it, but I know that Rob Manfred is actually starting to gain a little bit of support for putting a salary cap into baseball, and the players aren't going to like it. And Tony Clark, who's in charge of the players, the head of the players union, he's already big time against it and saying this is institutionalized collusion. This is no good for the game. You're not really trying to grow the sport. And for me, it all just smells like greed. It's just greed. Because at this point, the players, Pete Alonso said, we're going to fight against it. Well, of course you're going to fight against it because you're playing for the Mets and you're getting paid $27 billion a year. And the fans are the ones that are saying, hey, wait a minute. We're getting into a league now where the Dodgers are paying everybody, and if you root for the Marlins or the White Sox or the Pirates or the Royals, you're starting to get into a chance where you're not going to have an opportunity to compete here. This is starting to get really the competitive balance, which is what Manfred's looking for, is really starting to separate. The Dodgers this year, after luxury tax, are going to pay $563 million this year for payroll, plus it's like $160 million.
$500 million.
Yes. Damn. The White Sox and the Marlins, they're each paying about $90 million each. And the Pirates are right in that ballpark too. I'm not sure where they are. I should know that, but they're in that ballpark too of paying. So if one team's just, if the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Mets, Cubs, these guys are printing their own money and you're trying to keep them competing with smaller market teams, if you're going to have a league, you're going to have to do something. Something has to be done because the direction that they're going. I mean, look at these contracts like that Soto and Judge and Ohtani get. The idea of a $1 billion contract is not that far off in the future. I mean, we're probably within 5 years of somebody signing $1 billion contract. And how's that going to get paid for? Fans, you already be like you said you were going to have to shell $300 to stand at the All-Star game. I mean,
just one game.
Yeah, no, I know that's the All-Star game. It's a little extreme.
Just standing there,
right? But that's what we're talking about here. Is that you're going to be pricing fans, and even local media they're having to pay exorbitant amount of money, and that revenue is starting to shrink up a little bit too. And that's another thing I think that Manfred's championing.
We can't even watch a game on TV for free. Barely. ESPN's not covering the way they should. Money's just outrageous. And yes, it looks like that the players are being greedy. I mean, it's one of those things where we have come to a place not only in sports but in society as a whole where we've let things go on and on and on, and the money is balloon to the point now you want to take it back because it's essentially hurting everyone, especially the common man. And you just now, how do you backtrack that? Nobody wants to take a pay cut.
Mm-mm.
Nobody will. So eventually, it's so
And that's where greed comes in, because you can still be paid beyond your wildest dreams and have generational wealth. You can still have all that, but I mean, if we're trending so much to this, let's just have an 8-team league. A couple teams from New York, a couple teams from California, Atlanta, Chicago, and that's it. Call it a day, and just tell all these other. And then guess what happens? There aren't as many jobs to go around
oh yeah,
because not enough teams can afford these kind of pay. It's they got to do something. You can't just have the Pirates and the Royals and the White Sox and the Rays be minor league teams in major league because they develop players and then have to ship them off to the Giants and the Dodgers. I mean, something has to be done. And I know Tony Clark's like, well, there's just you're going to be taking away money from us. No, there's still plenty of money, dude. I mean, it's not like that. It's going to be ugly though, because there's a good chance they're going to miss games next year because the owners are going to do a lockout, and this is going to be an ugly fight. It's always ugly with Major League Baseball. There's always, every time a CBA comes up, that's the one league that just always seems to have problems.
well,
and football, the NFL is the most popular sport. They have a salary cap every year. And guess what? Almost every year, somebody has that was terrible the year before, suddenly now has a chance to compete and make a playoff run because of competitive balance.
it's called parity. Like,
Yeah. And it's good for the league.
It's good for every league. It's shown itself in NBA, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
Small, like
six champions in the last 6 years for the NBA.
We need we as the people, sports teams need it's needed. It's one of those things. From now and for the next decade, everything that the Dodgers done, everybody's going to say, well, they paid for it. Everything that the Yankees have done for the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years, the Yankees paid for it. It's never been about skill because they've just been able to stack their teams better. And that's not good for the league. While all the other leagues are trending up, of course, the money is trending up because that's just how things are. That's how our capitalist society is working. The rich get richer, and I'm not going to go too much more into that because I'm poor. But it's just everybody's making money. It just seems like at some point in time, you need to have some type of balance. Yeah. And it's not necessarily like where we're trying to, the Major League Baseball is trying to say, oh, y'all are making too much money. It's just the fact that nobody gives a crap about a luxury tax, especially the ones that have it all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what the luxury tax was designed to deter teams from shelling out the money that the Dodgers have. But the Dodgers don't care. Like, okay, here's 160 extra million. That we're going to the World Series again. We don't care. And if you're them, you can't blame them.
Right.
I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. If you have that money and you're not trying, then you're doing a disservice to your fan base. I mean, you're going for it. The Dodgers are going for it. They have a lot of really good players that are in their prime. You can't fault them. You can't fault the Yankees every year for signing the biggest name free agent that's out there because they want to win.
That's what you can't do, man. You really can't fault a team for trying. But then again, I understand both sides are like, hey, you can't fault the big money teams for spending big money and being competitive. But then again, your Kansas Cities, your formerly known as the Oakland A's, your Cleveland Guardians, your Cincinnati Reds, your small market teams, they suffer on the back end because it's like, well, damn, we want to compete, but we can't because the money just isn't there. And that's a shame. Like, like you said about the NFL and all these other sports, the salary cap sets that, the luxury tax is like, nope, if you do this, you're going to pay this, this, and this. We're going to stay within our budget, whatever. So I just hope everything works out for everybody. All right, fellas.
Not going to. It's going to be
Yep.
ugly.
All right, move right along, and this might take us over the break, but we're gonna dive into it anyway. So, yesterday, the ESPN top 10 quarterback list came out. Now, it was polled by executives and scouts via Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. And the list goes as follows. Number one, Patrick Mahomes, rating the top quarterbacks. Number two, Josh Allen. Number three, Joe Burrow. Number four, Lamar Jackson. At five, Jaden Daniels, because he is number five. Number six, Matthew Stafford. Number seven, Justin Herbert. Number eight, Jared Goff. Number nine, Jalen Hurts. Damn, we way down there. And number 10, Baker Mayfield. Fellas, do the scouts and the execs know what they're talking about? Is this list blasphemous? Who got left off? What say you? Be live. I'm start with you.
Well, first thing that screams out to me is that maybe I'm just tired. I'm tired of quarterbacks in the NFL being punished because they're dual threat. That's part of being a quarterback. Like, there's no reason why Lamar Jackson should be number 4. Jalen Hurts should be number 9. Yet they're like, and Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl.
Well, Mahomes and Josh Allen are both pretty much dual threat quarterbacks.
Well,
They're 1 and 2.
Here's where it's sort of nuanced, and if you think of Pat Mahomes, you think of him of passing first. Then he doesn't. There's not really too many plays that are designed for him to actually run. He uses his legs to escape and extend plays, which gives him more of like
yeah, I'd agree with that.
So I would give Patrick Mahomes that. Josh Allen, I would also sort of where he extends plays as opposed.
They call a lot of run plays for him, designed runs.
Well, I think more or less this past couple, I would say this, but yeah.
Because he's running people over now, and it makes me nervous for a quarterback to be putting his shoulder down and drill it into linebackers.
But the reason why I say it the way I say it, I'm not gonna go deeper into it without I'm saying it without trying to say it, is that names like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, you automatically think of run first quarterbacks. Why? Why would that denigrate or make them less of a quarterback because they run more? They've expanded the quarterback role. They've been highly successful at it, but yet they're down on this list because they run first as opposed to throwing the ball. I think they should be higher than some of these pass-only quarterbacks that haven't found success, i.e. your Justin Herberts or your Matthew. Matt Stafford has won the Super Bowl. I'll give him that. Joe Burrow, number 3 with what he's been to a Super Bowl, but I think Jalen Hurts has shown better success at the quarterback position than your Joe Burrow. I don't know. Maybe it's more numbers driven, but this is a poll from execs and stuff. So, like, what exactly are they looking at? Like that's the kind of stuff that sort of that I mean
total package. I think the whole total package.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
It's not ranked as the best passer. It's the top quarterback.
Well, the thing that that's the thing about this. I would think that until I look at this list, and Jalen Hurts should be higher.
I think I 100% agree. I would slide Jalen Hurts on that list up to number 5.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that.
And I think they got. I would probably flip flop Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. You know, I'm big on Burrow, but other than that, I think they got it the top 5 close to right. Other than I would move Jalen Hurts up, just because he is a little bit more experienced. He's more seasoned than Jaden Daniels. I need to see a little bit more out of Jaden Daniels. He had an outstanding rookie year, but if I'm picking between the two right now, I would take Jalen Hurts just because if I had to win a ball game right now, just because I think he's intelligent. I think he wins wisely. And in the Super Bowl, he threw. I mean, well, he wasn't just a runner. He was He was throwing it around. And
I
I think I'd take Baker Mayfield off. I might put Dak on there, honestly. At 10. I wouldn't have him much any higher than that, but you think
I
Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback than Dak?
I think this year showed it.
Okay. No argument then.
It's just like
Leave Dak out of there.
I just think
What do you say, Trey Duke, if you're listening out there?
Oh boy. But yeah, I don't know. I see me. Maybe I am just a little biased. I don't know. I think Lamar Jackson's better than Josh Allen. Even though I think Lamar Jackson should have had the MVP this year over Josh Allen.
I could see that. I could slide him up 2 spots. I'm still going with Mahomes is the best going right now.
Yeah.
And I think Burrow was right behind him. That's my top 2. And then if you want to put Lamar Jackson at 3, I'm good with that too.
So it's one of those things. Give the totality of the quarterback position. Please, let's start looking at that.
Yeah.
Because it's an underlying statement that sort of like it just diminishes the value of certain quarterbacks. And I was like, why it has to be certain quarterbacks? Take the whole package.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, because the game is changing. You better be a mobile quarterback now. Like you can't stand in the pocket quarterback. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah. My only issue with this list is the disrespect to Jalen Hurts. He should swap spots with Jaden Daniels. And Matthew Stafford should be somewhere between 8 and 10. Either 8, 9, or 10. Because that's disrespectful on Jalen Hurts. Model citizen, guy never complains. I guess it's probably like some decisions he makes in the pocket, but that's neither here nor there. But looking at my watch, fellas, guess what time it is?
What time is it? What's happening? What's going on with you?
Oh, Black Snow. I'm glad you asked. It's time once again for our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. With that being said, hey, old button.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
We're back.
Hi.
Once again, thank you to the wonderful and
So lovely, Miss Button, for introducing our favorite part of the show, even though Eddie got cut off when he was trying to cue her up.
the choices of the voices where we ask y'all the question and you give us the answer. Thank you, Scotty D. You know what? That's how I felt last week. I was like, duh, 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 duh.
Yeah.
But
I got to it
nevertheless,
eventually.
yeah, oh boy, it'd be a struggle fest sometimes, but we make it through like we usually do. Yep, we ask y'all the question, you give us the answer, and we talk about it right here on the Sports Bros podcast. Scotty D, good topic this week, man. Let everybody know what's on tap once again.
Yeah, one of you guys posted this in our own private chat, and we kind of kicked it around and said, yeah, let's use it. It's a good one. So it's Game 7 of the World Series. Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, 2 outs, and your team is down by 1. Randy Johnson is on the mound. You have your choice of any hitter of any era. Who you got? And we got a lot of answers on this one.
We sure do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? All right, so Victor
Bertotti.
Yeah, Victor Bertotti, not to be confused with Hot Toddy. He says the Maz, Bill Mazeroski. All right, okay.
First ever World Series walk-off.
Yep, can't debate that one. Sean Connor, shaken not stirred. He said, I know it's lefty versus lefty, but I take my chances with Tony Gwynn.
I looked up. Tony Gwynn was, I think, 1 for 12 lifetime against Randy Johnson.
Oh, I got something to talk about when it comes to that. Wait on my choice. All right, so Trey Dizzle, who we could have used earlier when we said that Dak could have been a top 10 quarterback, he says Ken Griffey Jr. would have become the GOAT, but had it not been for injuries. Oh, and also Dak is pond scum. Trey Dizzle is in football season. He's in football mode year round. The president of the Dak Prescott Player Haters Ball Club. All right, we got Hot Rod riding the Bellamy. He says, give me Chipper Jones. He got 6 over the fence versus the big unit. Okay, didn't know that one. Best name in the game. JoJo Comfort says, I put my money on Teddy Ball Game, Ted Williams. All right. Scott Heinerman says, no one is hitting the slider. Sorry, guys. So he says, nobody. Yep. William Georgia, he says, I got John Kruk with the backwards hat and all. Backwards batting helmet at all.
Salute Great to the All-Star game.
Yes, sir. The man. Joey Jacobs, not no relation to Josh Jacobs. He says, Barry. Zito, Wyndham. No, he means Barry Bond. All right, got you. All right.
Oh, man.
We got Scott. I might be related to Bernie Lomax. He says, has to be a right-hander. Be live. Where does Scott Lomax go?
Well, you know what? He has to be a right-hander. So being right-handed in the world is a dominant trait. There's about 8 billion people in the world, so probably like this, give or take, probably like 6.5 billion people are right-handed. If you look at baseball players in general, the majority of them are right-handed. I know I'm long-winded, Scotty D, but I'm leading up to the fact, just naming that it must be a right-hander will end you in our penalty box. Well, like, come on, man. I didn't even make a graphic because there was a lot of answers. So I got a lot of graphics, and Eddie Cruz over here fire. Like, woo, all right. But yeah.
Okay, so I gotta take a breath. Button, read. Breath button, read.
You're good. I'm just gonna throw up the graphic real quick. He's in the penalty box with those guys that are stuck in there because I have it on the ready anyway.
We have a penalty box graphic?
In the sin bin he goes.
Really? That's cool.
We got a whole graphic.
But yeah, right? Name anybody. Just give me something. Not just a right-hander. Come on, baby. Got to do better than that.
But Scott,
we switch hitters out there too.
Yeah, you're right too. Scott, we do appreciate your participation. All right. Mar O says one of the guys from Coastal Carolina, they would lean into a pitch and get hit. He got jokes.
I see the thing about this. I almost threw him in the penalty box for that. Almost did, but it gave me a chance to freaking throw up CCU and the fact that oh man, I was hopeful. Man,
Plus, it's intentional humor. We give him that.
yeah, we'll give them that. And CCU were the runner ups of the College World Series this year. So
Yeah.
close. And congratulations to LSU. Don't worry, hey Coastal Carolina, don't even worry about it. We got you week 1 of the college football season. We got your back. Don't even worry about it. Spot the ball. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, yeah, he's in football mode, man. He's in football mode. But what, about 7.5 weeks away from it? It won't be long, baby. It won't be long. The best name in the game. Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry about that, fellas. All right. Oh,
Joel Turner.
there we go. Joel Turner, sports agent extraordinaire. We got to have him back on the show real soon, guys. We got to have him back on the show real soon. He says George Brett.
That's
Yep.
always a good one. George Brett hit for a lot of average.
Yep.
Great
And Lonnie,
hitter.
yep. And Lonnie Doxy, he says PCA, which stands for Pete Crow Armstrong.
There's still room in that box.
Oh no!
Huh?
Hey, why is that a bad answer?
That's your pick out of anybody in history?
They, the dude is hot.
Dude's hot right now.
I mean, I get it that it's very new, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
According to Scotty,
That's a bad answer.
You did not specify that it had to be some otherworldly historical figure. Maybe some people like to live in the now.
No. If you can live in the now, you can take Aaron Judge, or you could go in history. You could take Willie Mays, Babe Ruth.
That's not what you said. That's not what the question that you asked.
Hank
You
Aaron,
said, who would you
Mickey
want
Mantle.
to pick?
He picked Pete Crow
You
Armstrong.
maybe you need to word your own question better. You didn't say he couldn't pick somebody today.
I didn't say he's allowed to pick that. That's what makes it even. That's what makes it.
I got to do.
That's what makes it a bad. That's what makes it a bad pick.
You want to throw him in the penalty box because
he made a bad pick.
He wants to be in the here and now.
All right,
not everybody's in their 60s like you are, Scott.
He should have taken the big dumper.
He may be a Cubs fan. Who knows?
He is a Cubs fan.
Scotty D, sing it one time. Scotty, sing it one time. Do in the butt.
Sexy.
Just a side note on the big dumper. He got his nickname from his teammate Jared Kelenic while they were in the minor leagues because of the exact reason that we have discussed of his posterior. And then, of course, probably Pat McAfee picked up on it. But that was a nickname given to him by his teammate, Jared Kelenic.
Had nothing to do with Taco Bell.
Well, I mean, that's going out the butt. But
oh my God! All right. So with that being said, Lord have mercy.
By the way, is it just me or is Pat McAfee everywhere now?
He is
everywhere. Shout out to Carl Ravage. Carl Ravage is excellent in his baseball thing, but McAfee's everywhere, and he always wears a tank top.
He's everywhere, but with the WWE.
Yeah.
Like that. It's all on it now.
Invest in a short sleeve shirt, McAfee. Come on.
It's that time of the year, man. You know what it is. All right, moving right along. We got John Wasick, the Was. He says Barry Lamar Bonds.
Ooh.
Right? Yep.
Michael, was that a shocker to you, Scotty D?
I'm saying that's a good one. That's a good pick.
All right. Michael Ole, or Ole, however you want to pronounce it. He says Jeter. Mike Ole. Ole says Derek Jeter, the Yankee captain. All right.
Jeter was known for being clutch.
Yep. Yeah. Brian Cadwallader. Did I butcher his name? I sure did. Brian C.
Cadwallader.
Brian, aka BC. All right. He says Bo Jackson. Okay. All right.
Bo knows.
Yeah, Bo knows. Heath Brady says the 1994 version of Tony Gwynn. He said, parts of me want to say Barry Bonds for obvious reasons, but a safe bet is Tony Gwynn. All right.
And I don't think you could ever go wrong with Tony Gwynn. There's a reason why, like is he like doesn't he have the highest or like second highest batting average of like everybody?
We'll get to that shortly. All
All
right.
right.
All right. We got Gary Tollett, aka GT on air, aka the owner at WOBL WDLW Radio out here in Oberlin, Ohio. He says Chipper Jones or Albert Bell. All right. Then Stan Sagley, he says Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. I've seen his name appear quite a few times.
Yep. Yep. We got Josh Baker. He says, it's Barry Bonds, baby. It's Barry Bonds. Hey, that's a nice picture you got there, B-Live. I see that.
Well, you talking about of Stan?
GT, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was working. I was working like there was I want to say 26 answers. So I definitely and then I'm over here trying to throw up the picture of who it is and everything. And
Albert Bell, Ted Wood. Yeah, looks nice. That looks nice. Yeah, we got some good things going on over here, right? Oh yeah, shout out to Danielle Andrews watching us live on the West Coast, fellas, out there in Bakersfield, California, where it's 400 degrees. And as always, thank you for watching the Sports Bros podcast live. All right. Moving right along, we got Eric Hines. He says the greatest swing of all time, Ken Griffey Jr., baby.
Oh.
He did have a sweet swing.
Effortless. All right. Randy Martin, he says, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Can't go wrong with that.
There's a reason why it's called Mr. October. And
yeah,
cannot argue with that at all.
Yep. Matty Ice. Anybody want to guess who he picked?
Anybody? It got to be a Red Sox. Manny.
There you go. Yep. He said, let me get Manny B. Manny Ramirez. I like that answer too. All right.
Which one?
Manny was dangerous in the postseason, though. I mean, that's not a horrible answer.
And the thing about it is that one thing we can't count on from Matty Ice is that he gonna represent New England.
Represent. Gotta represent.
I wonder if he's ever watched a sporting event where one of the teams involved wasn't a Boston area team.
He probably didn't watch the last 3 Super Bowls.
I wonder.
He probably did.
Because Brady wasn't in it either. I mean,
Well, that's what I was going to say. Didn't he follow Brady?
Yeah.
So he followed Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it was either between Matty Ice or my man Stan Sagley, because Stan is my dude. That's my road dog.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him would have been in Atlanta this week.
Oh boy!
Like we went to when I was in Atlanta a couple years back. That was me and him. We got a couple of concerts we about to go to. That's my road dog right now. Anytime anybody mentions something about Arkansas, he right there for it. So he's just as bad as Matty Ice talk about Boston when it comes to talking about Arkansas. Stan, yeah, I said it. You knew it was happening.
There's not professional sports in Arkansas, so he has to watch other stuff, right?
Razorbacks don't count. Them don't
I mean, is there any chance that Matty Ice watched the Diamondbacks and Rangers in the World Series 2 years ago? I mean, is there any chance he would have looked at that game?
Unless there's a former Red Sox team on the roster, I'm just saying,
yeah.
I doubt it. You know there has to be a connection. All right, let's go ahead and finish this thing, fellas. Jeffrey Lewis, he said Barry Bonds come to mind as a good fastball hitter. And then Brad Thomas says Chipper raked against Randy because he could read him tipping his pitches. With that being said, shout out to each and every last one of y'all.
Yeah.
Your participation in this week's choices of the voice. With that being said, Scotty D, what you got?
I don't know. Because my first choice when I first thought this, I thought, would there be anybody I'd like to have more than Bonds? And I looked up his numbers. He's 15 of 62 against Randy Johnson. I think it was a 303 average, 306 average. He had only 6 strikeouts, which doesn't matter because there's 2 outs, so game's on the line anyway. Bonds had 3 home runs and a key stat, 11 walks, because if Bonds walks, then the game is tied. and Bonds doesn't chase bad pitches. And one of the last ones made a good point there. Bonds is a fastball hitter, and in that situation, Randy Johnson is probably going fastball. He's going to bring his best. And the other candidate I had was Albert Pujols, who was 11 of 26, 5 home runs and only 4 strikeouts against. It's over 500 against Randy Johnson. How do I not pick that? I think just because I trust Bonds more, I'd go Bonds. Be live, what you got?
All right.
For this very reason, because we had so many different answers and is much appreciated. I'm the type of person that goes outside the box. And
here we go, P. Crow Armstrong.
No, baseball is a game of analytics. And so I read the exact question. He said that bases loaded, 2 outs, and your team is down 1. So you need to have at least a good single, not just a dainty single, because the guy can get thrown out. Now you got to go with somebody else. You got to get a good contact of the bat. So there's several factors that go into that. And I did a little digging. The person that has the most career hits against Randy Johnson is a guy by the name of Paul Loduca with 20 career hits against Randy Johnson. Okay. I throw that out there for little stats for you. The guy that had the highest career batting average against Randy Johnson with a batting average of 386. That is highly successful. Miguel Tejada.
Okay.
He didn't have a higher average than Pujols.
Hey, I'm just going with what StatMuse threw at me. I ain't do that much research. I Googled it. Get out of here. But at the end of the day, because I'm a homeboy and it's all about the chop and it's all about my Braves, the guy that had the most home runs against Randy Johnson is the only Chipper Jones.
Larry Wayne.
Yes, sir. Chipper Jones. I got to go with him. A man, Hall of Famer. Atlanta Braves through and through. Yes, sir.
See, that's a well thought out non-Pete Crow Armstrong selection right there. I like it, B-Live.
See, once again, like
I gave you a compliment. You can't take it. You still have to go after me.
Because here's the thing.
I gave you a compliment.
You gave me a compliment, but in the same breath, you slide at someone else. You can't.
That's because that other answer was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was terrible. Look at all the answers we had come in here. A lot of good. Chipper Jones is a really good answer. And I was going to actually say a lot of people that said him were basing it on the fact that they knew he had success against Randy Johnson. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Lonnie, I apologize to you. Scotty D does this from time to time.
Armstrong?
He does this from time to time.
Willie Mays?
Where he will ask a question. You give
over Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel
Cabrera, one of the greatest hitters of all time. Nobody picked Miguel Cabrera.
Question. Like we did.
But somebody picked Pete Crow Armstrong.
Right. I'm cool with it. Now, Scotty D, do you know Lonnie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I hadn't talked to him in many years, but I know him. Yeah.
Okay. So is he
Sammy Sosa would have been a better pick. He's a Cub who was raking back then.
You talking about
Ryan Sandberg. Ernie Banks. He picks Pete Crow Armstrong.
Now he being funny. Now he going down the list of all-time Cub greats. He got jokes. Hey, Scotty D, you talk about Sammy Sosa, dark-skinned Sammy Sosa or light-skinned Sammy Sosa?
The early one.
I got a light-skinned friend.
I'm talking about
Sammy Sosa. I got a dark-skinned friend.
The Billie Jean beat it, Sammy Sosa.
Yo!
Not to remember the time, Sammy Sosa.
Oh, man, look what I started. All right, before we run out of time, I'm going to go ahead and give my answer. I've done some research, and then everybody put their 2 cents in as well too. We did have a few for the greatest hitters of all time, or at least I witnessed. Tony Gwynn, the late great San Diego Padres great Tony Gwynn. So let me give you some stats real quick, right? Tony Gwynn has only struck out 434 times, right? In 10,000 plate appearances. That's about 4.2%, right? And with that being said, let's look at these here head-to-head stats versus Randy Johnson. His career batting average versus Randy Johnson is 385, which means he's going 10 for 26, right?
He's .001 less than Miguel Tejada. Great day.
Wow. Yeah.
Good research. Good research.
Yep. And then that includes no strikeouts, multiple line drives, and consistent hard contact. All right. And let's just say this: Tony Gwynn, he owned the inside fastball, which is Randy Johnson's go-to pitch. All right. So those are my reasons why Tony Gwynn is that dude to hit against Randy Johnson, because he was pretty 10 for 26 against Randy Johnson, couldn't strike him out. I mean, multiple line drives, consistent hard contact, and so yeah, he owned that fastball. So yeah, I'm picking Tony Gwynn. Fellas, that was a very spirited edition of the Choices of the Voices. This has got to go to YouTube.
Where did you find that? Because I got Tony Gwynn 1 for 12 against Randy Johnson with an .083 average.
I don't know where you found your information from, but yeah, I did some research. But yeah, he was pretty good against Randy Johnson. From what I'm reading. But Scotty D, we'll compare notes after the show. All right.
Okay.
You look. She was like,
yeah, because I found a couple stats, and they both say he was .083, 1 for 12 against Randy Johnson, which makes me shy away from Gwynn, because I think Tony Gwynn's the best hitter I probably have ever seen.
Yeah, but sometimes the research is different, but it's all good, cool, fine, and dandy.
All right.
With that being said, that does it for another edition of the Choices of the Voices, which you will see in its own individual segment on YouTube because it's so doggone fun. With that being said, Scotty D, what's on tap for next week? Oh, I'm sweating.
All right, well, this is pretty much a clutch hitting pick. So I'm going to ask you for next week, in any sport, who is the least clutch? Who do you trust the least? I'm talking big players. I'm not talking about bench warming guys or Pete Crow Armstrong or anybody that's
Are we not allowed?
People.
Are we not allowed to say O'Neal Cruz?
No, he's not good.
I got an answer. His name is Arky Sanfraco. No, I'm joking. I'm playing.
Look, I'm trusting everybody to use your own judgment of a good, like a big time, a player who's gotten a good contract, somebody who gets paid well, not some scrub that plays for the Pirates. No pirate would be good, because none of them are clutch. They're all terrible. I know, because we have the pitcher. The Pirates pitcher is in the All-Star game tonight. He's 4-8. He's starting the All-Star game and he's 4-8. That shows you how terrible this Pirate team is. So it doesn't even have to be baseball. It could be NBA, hockey, football.
There's somebody that is not clutch.
Somebody who you would say, I do not trust this person in a big moment or in a big game in any sport.
I'll do you a favor, Scotty D, with this right here. I'll give you my answer already. Bronny James. Ta-da. There you go. He gets mentioned.
Cowboys, Lakers, Yankees. Clean sweep, baby.
We get him mentioned real quick. All right.
Yep. Good old Bronny James. All right. With that being said, that does it for this edition of the Choices of the Voices. Coming up, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back, because guess what time it is? Be live. Grab that pepper grinder, because after the break, we got a round of pepper coming at you right here on the Sports Bros podcast. Stick stay. Don't you dare.
Pete Crow Armstrong. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.